I got confirmed, and then I never went to church again.
Not an atheist, an anti-theist.
We grew up secular. We had no religion.
When asked my religious beliefs,
this was my church.
I'm a lesbian, so that was kind of like, oh, I didn't really fit.
So I am an atheist.
I probably am still agnostic.
But I don't really like the term.
In 1972, only 5% of Americans identified as atheist, agnostic, or nothing in particular. Today, it's 30% of Americans identify as nones, and amongst the youngest adult Americans, over 45% of Americans identify as non-religious. We have 3 types of nones. Atheists, who are the ones who say God does not exist. Agnostics are people who say that we can't know if God exists or not. And then a third group is called nothing in particular. And this group is actually the fastest growing religious group in America today.
Well, I was raised Catholic on a dairy farm in Germany's Lower Rhine Valley. Really, the life-changing moment was when my best childhood friend died of cancer at 15. It was a very difficult experience, and I did not find any answers. Like, my parents couldn't say anything, what happens after we die. Church only presents heaven and hell. In the beginning, I was totally self-taught, studied from books, and everything clicked right away. I want to create experiences for people where they connect, first of all, to themselves in a deeper level, but then also to the world around them. And that, for me, is really living spirituality.
That's essentially what meditation has provided me with, is an intimacy with the self and a closeness to nature, to God.
Coming at it from like not being raised in any religious institution, I find a lot of joy in religions because like they haven't indoctrinated me, they haven't harmed me, they haven't informed me. Like I'm ignorant on all of them. So I get to come into religions with like this excitement, like curiosity.
In a meditation during COVID.
Nothing in particulars are definitely less religious than Catholics or Protestants or Jews, but they're a whole lot more religious than atheists or agnostics are.
Hands on the tablecloth, please. Thank you.
The most attractive things of religion and churches is the community.
But for almost 6 years, I dated.
So to compete with that, we need to have our community of like-minded people.
the idea of religious faith, which I'm going to define as to accept something, to believe something for which there is no evidence, is literally the root of most of the ills in the world and society.
I think it's just no longer relevant. I mean, that's what you really find with the people that are non-verts. It's not that they believe, or they may believe, but you know, it's inconvenient to go to church, it's inconvenient to do it, so they just don't. And you know, there's no reason why they should if they have better things to do.
People that are the nuns shouldn't be thought of all as religion haters, because I have great respect for a lot of religious leaders, almost like there's something transcendent in humans. And that gives rise to the best in humans and also to the best in religion.
Dear Lord, we are thankful and grateful that we can come to this place with these people and worship you together on this Sabbath morning as we've been doing for so many decades. When I see the line graph pointing downwards, it's not just a line graph, it's what I've seen every single Sunday of my life. The last 16 years as went from 50 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 10. This is not just some academic exercise for me. This is my life. Nothing in particular we classify them as non-religious, which means they've gotten rid of religion. They've cast off a Protestant or Catholic belief, or they're not Buddhist or Hindu, but they haven't really embraced any other kind of understanding about anything.
I'm not involved in any kind of religious group whatsoever. I'm involved in being a decent human being to the people I meet. grew up Catholic. Yeah, that was the deal. Went to Mass every Sunday. In Southern California, I was headed to the beach with my guitar, and my father would say, "What are you doing with that guitar?" I said, "Well, I'm going to go meet some friends after Mass." But I skipped Mass and just went straight to the beach, played my guitar on the beach, watched the waves. It felt more spiritual than any time I set foot in a church. Here's a song I wrote for Oliver, the Basset Hound. Have your slippers and the evening news, but you can't have a Basset Hound in the blues. I find religion structures a little bit stifling. And as we all know, there's been a lot of evil that's been brought out. Catholic Church, you know, the Southern Baptist Church, harming human beings, innocent human beings. And I can't buy into that.
Those trend lines are continuing in such a way that it's a very good possibility in the next 30 or 40 years there will be more non-religious Americans than there will be Christians in the United States for the first time in American history.